Notes from the Upper West Side, a novel by Dan Wrench.
Chapter 145, Beth and Gillis. After I finished reading the Tolstoy lyrics, I looked up at Jessica. She was smiling. But that smile had sabotage in it, oh my cluster chums. It's like she'd been rehearsing how to make it look snide. Obviously snide. I wanted to beat her with a stick. Interesting, she said. What did you think? I wanted her to go a little easy on me. Hey, I made a mistake by reading it to her, and now I wanted us to both agree that the whole event could be snipped out of existence if she really hated it. If by some chance she didn't hate it, I wanted her to reassure me I was suffering a simple paranoia gut punch. Well, she gave me the look that said she was trying to read me. You know, deep in the face, like she was trying to find the missing sock. So I tried out my big sunny smile. Come on, I beamed. Can't we call this poem pre-therapy? Can't you chalk it up to establishing a rapport? We already have a rapport. Maintaining a rapport. She sat back in her chair and smiled at me like we had inadvertently entered banter world. Okay, she said chirpily. Well, I really don't think this is a poem. It's more like lyrics to a song. Like a song written by my old band, Tolstoy. Wait a sec, I said. There's no tune. Poems are just lyrics without tunes, right? I mean, blowing in the wind? If that didn't have a tune, wouldn't you call it a poem? She thought for a moment. Then, maybe some lyrics could be poems, and maybe someday you'll write a tune for this poem. I tried hard not to sigh out loud. Okay, let's say it's a song. What did you think of the lyrics? Oh, that whole send and friend emojiness. She made a face. A face. Well, I suppose I could have skipped that part and just written, "Drain my balls dry, you evil whore," I whimpered. There was a long, dead pause. Sorry, I said finally. I guess I was counting on the feedback being positive. You'd prefer honesty, though, wouldn't you? I never know how to answer that question. It's interesting that you say, "drain my balls dry," she went on. I'm sensing a lot of... She paused a crazy long pause and then said, "sexual tension. I'm sensing a lot of sexual tension." Oh yeah, I said. Can you tell me when I've told you anything without a lot of sexual tension? And what do you think the dream means? Well, what do you think it means? I'm the dumbass, non-professional artiste cum bartender, remember? I said. What I think it means is that a ripped chick in a spacesuit is going to traipse through an Italian castle and pull off my dick, and then run around waving it over her head. She giggled. It's a weird sound when a tomboy giggles. We never got anywhere with that line of questioning. To this day, I don't know how to interpret that dream from a professional perspective. But I'm pretty sure it means that what I felt for Cammie went all the way into me the way a wick goes into a candle. The way it's supposed to go into you when you really, truly love some sweet piece of tail. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Cammie, I thought the slattern hulking through your dream was Fonda. I don't know why Fonda was in my dream, unless it's because she was the last person I saw on my way out of the tobacco store after I had my serial drama with Cammy. Or maybe it's because Fonda was all secret-keeping friends with Cammy. Why else would Fonda be in the dream except for the Cammy connection? Fonda was just some kinky lifestyle freak who likes letting guys with weird wide cuffs slap her face while screaming, "Shut the fuck up!" Anyway, it was my dream, and that's how I interpret it. And to heck with the damn therapist if she can't give me a little PhD insight. Once when I was in middle school, I had a similar dream, and I mean, this was one harrowing nightmare. In this nightmare, I was boning a kid in my class named Gillis Hooley. Yeah, a guy. Boning him straight up the backside. I didn't realize how harsh a nightmare it was until I woke up and thought, holy cannoli! So now I'm boning guys in the butt? And that really mashed my brain to something oozy and red and bearing the boot tracks of rednecks. A few days later, I figured out it wasn't Gillis I wanted to ream anally, but his sister Beth. Boy, was I relieved when I figured that out. See, not only were Beth and Gillis related, but Beth had this sweet ass that made you crave tasty skin when you looked at it and memorized it and gave it the after-school ponders. But after figuring that out about Beth, the next night I dreamed I was boning Gillis again! It scared me, oh my screaming banshees. And when I woke up, I just looked out my bedroom window and said really low, "Beth, stupid! Beth!" Then I went back to sleep and dreamed I owned a turtle who could teach me card tricks. If I ever dreamed about Gillis again, I'm trusting my subconscious to protect me from the memory. So enough of that noise. I haven't thought of Beth or Gillis in forever, but of course writing this book forces the memory back. I focused on my candle dream, and I was pretty sure it was all about me and Cammy, even though Fonda was in it. I figured Fonda was just bearding for Cammy in my subconscious, the way Gillis was bearding for his sister Beth way back in middle school. Like I think I said, Jessica was zero help on this subject, but she did talk me through the whole Cammy affair in my Leaving Whispers tobacco shop. It's great to have somebody you can tell super secrets to, and they don't shake their heads at you and curse. They just hear you talking, and occasionally they jump in and say things like, "Hey, maybe you're making some unusual decisions with your life, but don't we all?"
Notes from the Upper West Side is a work of fiction. The people depicted in this work do not exist.
Notes from the Upper West Side, copyright 2026 by Dan Wrench.